One day, a girl, not too little, not too big either, was sitting in her house. She was very sad because some other children had been horrible to her about her name. She was called Scarlet Underpants. She had an older sister called Maisie Daisy and a younger brother called JJ. Scarlet was in her sitting room when her daddy walked in.
"Hey up, Scarlet, you alright?"
he asked her with a loving warmth that only her daddy could bring. "No, Daddy, I'm not," she said indignantly. "Why do I have to have this silly, silly name? I hate it." Daddy asked,
"What's wrong with the name Scarlet?"
"It's not Scarlet I don't like, Daddy. It's Underpants. Why can't I have a normal name, for goodness sake?" Daddy said,
"Scarlet, sweetheart, you should be very proud of your name, because your great 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 grandfather and your great 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 grandmother made the finest underpants in the whole world. People wanted to buy them in Africa, in India, America and China, Japan, Australia and Austria. In fact, anywhere you can think of where there are people, they wanted to buy our underpants. That was how we got our name, because we made the best underpants in the whole wide world."
"If only they made chocolate or marshmallows or iced lollies," she thought. Scarlet contemplated what her name would be like then. "Scarlet Chocolate," she thought. She did not like that any better. She decided she was hungry, and that was why she was thinking up names of sweet things, so she thought she would go and get something to eat. In the kitchen, her mummy and baby brother were sitting with some grapes and apples. Scarlet tried to sneak into the fridge to get out something she knew Mummy would not want her to have this close to dinner. Mummy said, "Scarlet, darling, do you want to join us for some fruit?" Well, I'm not really hungry for fruit, Mummy. I just wanted something sweet." "Darling, dinner is almost ready. Why not just have a few grapes?" Scarlet pulled a face as if Mummy had actually asked her to eat the contents of her baby brother's potty. "I just wanted a sweet, not fruit." And with that, she huffed out of the kitchen and into the back garden. Yuck! She was very lucky in the fact she had a big garden, and her daddy built her a treehouse. Not just for her specifically, but for her and her brother and sister. Although her brother had not actually been there when the treehouse was built, Daddy said that was a technicality, and it was to be shared with him too. Scarlet spent a lot of time in the treehouse. It was her favourite place almost in the whole world. Maisie Daisy didn't come up very often. She always had lots of friends to play with and was very good at everything she did. No one ever teased her about her name. Scarlet was still in a huff inside the treehouse when she thought she heard a noise. She thought she heard her name. She looked round very quickly and saw a snail on the floor of the treehouse and said, "Did you say my name?" She listened carefully and could not believe her ears, but she heard,
"Don't be so silly."
Scarlet looked round to where the voice had came from, and she saw a great big bee. "Was it you who spoke to me?" She looked very puzzled.
"Don't be silly,"
said the voice again. Scarlet looked round again and saw a cat just outside the treehouse. She just pointed and said, "You?"
"No."
"Then who?"
"Me, of course, silly girl."
As Scarlet turned around, she saw a very pretty tiny girl with sparkly, almost see-through wings. Who are you?" Scarlet said, a bit dazed, almost as if she were dreaming.
"I'm Penny Moneytree. I'm a fairy."
What? Was all that Scarlet was able to stammer.
I heard you talking earlier to your dad about your name, and I thought it was a shame and I should come and introduce myself to you. After all, we are neighbours.
What do you mean, neighbours?
Well,
said Penny Moneytree.
I live here.
Where?
In this house, of course.
Are you telling me that you are a fairy who lives in my treehouse?
Yes, of course,
said the fairy. I thought fairies lived under toadstools, Scarlet managed to say.
Well, some do, but I like a bit of space,
the fairy answered.
Anyway,
said the fairy, sounding very much like Scarlet's mummy.
My name is Penny Moneytree. I say this name with pride because my family grows the money trees for the tooth fairies. It's a very special skill too. If the trees were not looked after properly, they would eventually die, and tooth fairies would run out of money to give the children.
That would be terrible, said Scarlet.
The smaller the tree is, the less money grows on it. That's why different children get different amounts of money per tooth. It's just luck really who you get as your fairy and what tree they've been assigned to.
I always wondered about that, said Scarlet, really interested now and not feeling strange anymore. So, what do you do with all the teeth you take then? Asked Scarlet, because this was something else she always wanted to know.
We plant them at the bottom of the money tree, of course. It's the magic from the children's teeth that makes the trees grow.
Oh, I see, said Scarlet. Thank you for telling me that. Does anyone ever make fun of you because of your name?
I don't really know,
said Penny Moneytree as she continued.
I'm very proud of my name, as you should be of yours. Our name is what links us to the people that lived before us. It's what they were. If some silly fairy were to tease me, I would simply ignore them, or tell them how silly they are, or perhaps both. If people are not nice to you, you should feel sorry for them, not yourself, because they are missing out on the chance to be friends with someone truly wonderful.
Oh, thanks, said Scarlet. That makes me feel a lot better.
You're welcome, Scarlet. Anyway, real friends are nice to you, like my friend Rara Jaja. He's a dragon. Would you like to meet him? He's coming for dinner tomorrow.
A real live dragon? I thought they were fierce and dangerous and breathe fire and eat children, said Scarlet.
Have you ever met any dragons?
No.
So how do you know what they're like?
I don't suppose I do, but I've heard bad things about them.
That's silly to judge someone before you meet them,
said Penny Moneytree.
And that was just a rumour that the elves made up because they fell out with the dragons.
Just then, there was a very odd noise. It sounded almost like a snuffly, barking, meowing, tweeting kind of noise. What's that? asked Scarlet.
That's my communication device.
She picked up the strange-looking thing shaped a bit like a rock and a snake and a cake.
Hi, yes, it is Penny Moneytree. Oh, hi, I didn't recognise your voice there. I was just talking about you. Can you still come for dinner? Fantastic! You can meet my new friend, Scarlet Underpants. Yes, I know, it's a fantastic name. See you then. Bye. Will you come and meet him tomorrow?
That would be lovely, I think, said Scarlet, still a bit scared.
See you tomorrow then,
said Penny Moneytree, shuffling Scarlet out of the door of the treehouse.
I hear your mum calling you for dinner.
Scarlet, dinner! Okay, Mum, I'm on my way. Scarlet turned to say goodbye to Penny Moneytree, but she was nowhere to be seen. Goodbye, Penny Moneytree, and thanks. I'll see you tomorrow. Scarlet went into the house and kissed her mum and dad, her sister, and hugged her baby brother. She felt fantastic now about her name and her family of a long time ago, when they made the best underpants the world had ever known. The finest underpants in the whole world. The end.